Hello children, this is my third and final video on lesson number 9, Force and Laws of Motion. In my previous two videos we have seen first law of motion and second law of motion. Now I am going to discuss third law of motion, Newton's third law of motion. The third law of motion states that when an object exerts a force on another object, the second object instantaneously exerts a force back on the first. These two forces are always equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Just for example, I tell you, supposing you are playing football and you are trying to kick the football, and in trying to kick the football, supposing you collide with a player of opposite team, both of you feel hurt. दोनों को दर्द होता है because each body applies a force on the other. Body A applies a force on body B and body B applies a force on body A. These two forces are opposite in direction but equal in magnitude. The two forces are called action and reaction forces. Let us see this diagram. Two spring balances are there, A and B. Spring balance B is attached to the wall and spring balance A, this side is, supposing we apply a force in spring balance A, then what we see, both the spring balance show the same reading on their scales. It means that the force exerted by spring balance A on B is equal but opposite in direction. So now the statement for the third law of motion is, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now let us see. When we are walking, supposing we are at rest and we are walking on the, so when we walk, we push the road backwards. Our feet pushes the road backwards and road exerts a pressure on the feet which is equal and opposite, and this helps our feet to move forward. Next example is recoil of the gun. Recoil of the gun. When a gun is fired, it exerts a forward force on the bullet. The bullet leaves the gun and goes forward, and the gun recoils, it goes back. Why? The bullet exerts an equal and opposite reaction force on the gun. This results in the recoil of the gun. But the gun has much greater mass than the bullet. The mass of the gun is so less compared to the mass of the bullet is much less than compared to the mass of the gun. So the acceleration of the gun is much less than the acceleration of the bullet. Another example is, supposing when a sailor jumps out of a rowing boat, the sailor jumps forward, the boat moves backward. So this is the diagram. As the sailor is moving forward, the boat moves backward. So every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Now let us see activity 9.4. Now two children are standing on a cart and they have a bag full of sand in their hands, and they are playing a game of catch. They are giving this bag to each other and catching it. Same thing, as the bag moves forwards, the cart moves backwards. We can paint a white line on the cart wheel to observe the motion of the two carts as the children throw the bag towards each other. Now we come to our next topic, conservation of momentum. Conservation of momentum. What does this law state? Let us see the statement of this law. Conservation of momentum. The sum of momenta of the two objects before collision is equal to the sum of momenta after the collision, provided there is no external unbalanced force acting on them. This is known as the law of conservation of momentum. So the law of conservation of momentum states that if there are two objects, their momentum and they collide with each other, their momentum before collision is equal to momentum after the collision. Let us see this diagram. Conservation of momentum. Let us see two balls A and B. Let us consider two balls A and B whose mass is MA and MB. MA is the mass of ball A and MB is the mass of ball B. They are travelling in the same direction and their initial velocities are UA and UB, and there is no other external force acting on them. Let UA be greater than UB and two balls collide with each other. And after collision and during collision, which lasts for a time t, ball A exerts a force on ball B, and that force is FAB from A to B, ball A to ball B, and ball B exerts a force FBA from ball B to ball A, and their final velocities are VA and VB after the collision. So when we derive this equation and we calculate it, we see that the initial momentum is equal to final momentum. FAB is equal to minus FBA. The two forces are equal but opposite in magnitude. So what is FAB is equal to MA V minus U upon T is equal to minus MB VB minus UB upon T. So after solving it, we get it that initial momentum, that is MA UA plus MB UB is equal to MA VA plus MB VB. So with this, we again see the definition of momentum, conservation of momentum, law of conservation of momentum. The sum of momentum of two objects before collision is equal to the sum of momenta after the collision, provided there is no external unbalanced force acting on it. This is known as law of conservation of momentum. Now let us see activity 9.5. Activity 9.5. Take a big rubber balloon, inflate it and tie it using a thread. And using a adhesive tape, fix a straw on the surface of this balloon. Look at the diagram. Now place a thread over the straw and hold one end of the thread in your hand or fix it in the wall and ask your friend to catch the other end. Now remove the thread which is tied to the neck of the balloon. Let the air escape from the mouth of the balloon. Then we see the balloon goes in the forward direction and air moves in the backward direction. So this also illustrates Newton's third law of motion. You can see the arrow, the straw is moving forward and air is going backwards. Now activity 9.6. Activity 9.6. So we take a test tube and put a small amount of water in it. Place a stop cork at the mouth of the test tube. Now we suspend the test tube by two strings or wires as shown in figure 9.16. Suspend, you take a stand and tie the test tube two ends and then suspend it. And heat the test tube with a burner until the water vaporizes and the cork blows out. When the cork is going in the forward direction, the test tube goes in the opposite direction of the cork. So cork is going forward and test tube is going backward. And also observe the difference in the velocity of the cork appears to have and that of the recoiling test tube. So with this, I finish this lesson number 9. What you have learnt, please read this carefully. All the points, read it. And maybe tomorrow or day after, I will send the exercise of this lesson. And dear students, you already know that unit test of science is going to be held at the end of this month. Syllabus is lesson number 2. Already I have completed chemistry. Lesson number 5. Lesson number 14 and lesson number 8. I have completed lesson number 2 and 8, and Mansi madam I think has already completed lesson number 5 and 8. So study it properly. You will get the paper like through WhatsApp, and in full-scape papers you have to answer the question paper and submit. If you have any doubt regarding lesson number 2 and 8, please message to me. I will try to clear your doubts. Thank you.